So I think first I'd like to just appreciate the ladies who are in the class. Really great connections, as the other ladies have spoken here and said. I'm also a career banker. I'll just say that because I can. I'm not, a banker. Wanjeri is a banker because she sells banking products. I'm a banker just because I want to have people like Wanjeri. So, but I can say I'm a career banker also for over 20 years. Having been in the corporate world, one of the things I realized is you can go and go and go and go and give your employer your entire life. And the employer will have your life, including the time your children, your siblings, your parents, your spouse, your friends, your spiritual health, and your mental health should be having. All that time will be given to your employer so that you can pass something called an appraisal. And there's an end game to this thing, actually, a discussion, media, and area. So one of the things I picked up in this class, and I said I'll start, under self-care, and not just self-care, work-life balance. And we talk about it all the time. Work-life, actually, the correct word is work-life integration. You could be in a season where you have to work, and people have different professions. I mean, if you're a doctor, people can't be dying because now you want work-life balance. There's almost like a needle you need to know how to tweak. But I then realized I was giving too much of myself. I realized that early in the year, I called Dr. Patricia. I'll be honest, I did not see the flyer for this course. I called Patricia and told her I need to do something for myself this year. So what is on the menu? Let's talk about it, and then let me land somewhere. The other thing I promised myself I would start is taking time to honor those around me who have lifted me up. I don't know if it happens to bankers. I'm not sure what the problem is, because even me, I've not advertised that inner critic yet. We are working on it. But yeah, I have listened to that voice quite a bit. Anytime you don't succeed in a task, anytime you have a difficult conversation, that voice is very loud. And yet you meet other people and they tell you things about yourself you have not thought about. One of the things I did not realize I actually do a lot until it was mentioned in my class was that I'm a connector. I listen to people talking, then I'm like, oh, by the way, I know this other guy who is looking for this. You should give me that thing, then I share with them. I'm that kind of person. And they'll look at me like, why are you so willing to? Of course, in my mind, I'm wondering, why would I not? Why would I not? If I know a coffee drinker, I remember the other day I called Mary and asked, what is dark roast and what is medium roast? So she explained, I'm like, I think this guy wants dark roast. I got someone who's Kenyan. Yeah? Or like Pamela was telling us about her book, and I told her, I think you should give this book to this person. It would be very useful to them. For me, it's second nature. I actually did not realize that's a gift to use. I've not been putting it to use. So not only continue, but expand the opportunities that come with that, because that is, I think, probably the way I'm blessed to lift other people. I'd like to continue doing that. Let me just say this has been an awesome class. My parting shot is, I think for all the ladies around the table, watch this space. I think also the connections we formed, we've had a lot of laughter. Today at some point, I'll tell you, we're all looking serious now. We were laughing so lovely. The guards and the waiter came to shush us, like, shh, because we were passing through the corridor, and unfortunately we were not, and we were making noise for the other groups. We connected to that level, we were laughing like girlfriends out on a coffee date. So I'm hoping that that connection will continue. We'll continue growing with each other. We'll remain authentic. We'll remain focused in the goals that we've had. So for me, as I close, my word for this year was clarity. And now I'm closing, I'm very clear in terms of how I'm going to keep back, yeah, and the opportunities that are there, and also clear on what I need to do. So thank you.